Hello everyone, how you doing? My name is Michael and I'm a software developer. Now, what we're going to talk about right now is React. And however, before I go any further, one of the concepts we're going to be using in this React are the concepts I shared and I talked about in the previous video. You will be viewing the video in the description below. Now, what we're going to do here is create an application using React and using the same concepts in the previous video. Let's have a look. But first, here's what we shall do. I'd like us to go to the React official website. I'm going to say React. Okay, React.js. Okay, from there on, this is Grappa, don't mind that. So I'm looking for this particular website here. Okay, that one over there. So now this is the official website for React for documentations if you want to learn deeper on React, but for us we're just going to cover some concepts through a project. Alright, now let me go to get started here. What I'm looking for is a piece of code that will help us create a React application. So I'll come here, create a React app. I'm going to scroll down and I should find it here. So for one, I already have it already set up. Okay, so what I will do, just give a small bit of guidance. So what you'll do, you'll have this copied, npx create react app, then you go to your terminal. Okay, you can go to your let me do this. Okay, you do this, you get this here just as per documentation, you place it here, and what I do is like paste it there. So when I paste it there, you can use that, create my app. The name of the app will be my app, or you can call it e-commerce. All right, then you press enter until set it up for you here in your repository over there. Okay, for one, I will not need that because I already have it set up in my folder. So what we'll do after it has finished setting up, it will give you something like this. Okay, I'm already running it. Then once you're finished, it will give you there will be some already it will come along with some code here. I'd like to request that code you clear it, you clean it up to, and you clean it until you leave out this div for this div, opening div and a closing div with the class name create react app. Whatever is in between there that comes along with the app, delete it. And also you get over here and delete whatever is there until you leave only import from this line to this line, import slash app slash css and import react from react. Ignore this will not come. This is something I placed there myself. In fact let me delete it. Okay, until you have a clean display just as such. So when you're finished, okay, ignore all this will not be shown. It will actually be a very blank screen just like this. Okay, okay, ignore this. This is on my machine here. I will do that later, but you should be having something that is okay. You can press enter and you have something that's kind of like this. Ignore this name, that's the name I called it. That's the name of my folder. So what you'll do is once you finish setting up, just finished all setting up, you can do you can go back to the documentation. Documentation has everything. You can cdn into that folder of the app. Okay, then you type npm start. Npm, okay, hold on, you do npm start. For those who are using yarn, you can do yarn start. All right, then you press enter. For one, I've already done it. So once you do that, it will run. Give it some bit of time, give it some patience. It will run and to run the application localhost 300. So once you're finished running, it will display in localhost 300. So what I'll do, I already have mine there, and I do the liberty of putting hello, and then I actually type this hello there, which is displayed here. Okay, there we have it. This is clean, this is good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a very basic e-commerce site. Now what I did, I took I use this. I'm using some principles from my previous video. It's a video I made of Jumia clone, so I'm using some, let me call them assets. The pictures that I'm using, some of the pictures from that video here to make it easy. I'll share this code later on once I'm done with it, and this will be in the description below. All right, some of the folders, of course, some of the folders you won't be seeing here. These are folders I put there myself, like image folder, I'm the one who put it there. The library folder, I'm the one who put it there. They won't come along with the Create React app. And the video folder, these ones I'm the one who put them there. I will share this source code, and you can also use the same folders and put them in your project and have fun. So in the image folder, okay, as you can see the structure, it has all these pictures, computing, the pictures for computing, electronics. It's a Jumia clone, of course. I'm getting from the Jumia clone. The Jumia images, phone, tablets. I misspelled phone. It's not the right spelling of phone. You name a typo. Okay. Oops. All right. Phone and tablets, supermarkets, and all that. Now a library. Since the image is there, the library has stock. Okay. Now I'm going to delete this because this is not needed as per se. It is not needed. Okay, where is it not going? All right, it's gone. Now live stock, I'm going to call it stock. It gets all the images. You can practice and see how this works out. These are the images from, I imported all the images. Remember ES6, how we did importing? I imported exact image in this library. As I said, what I'm basing on this from the previous video I did. And once I've imported the images, I put them in an object here, a JavaScript object I call it data. So this is where the image are implemented. Okay, you can see it has the ID, it has the category, supermarket, product, image, description, very brief description here, the price, and the stars. Okay, and these are all everything here. I manually put this. This does not come custom. This is custom made. I manually did this. It does not come. All right. So then later on, after that, so we're going to be using this to make our work easier and implement the principles in the project. This project. All right. Let's get to it now. Here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to come here in app.js. Okay. And I'm going to create a component, but first I'm going to create a folder, and I'm going to call that folder components, because we need to put those components that we're going to use React. The basics of React is in components, because in React you don't have to be playing around with props. You see how I'll be doing it. You have to be using components, and we use the components to avoid ourselves rewriting code. Makes our work simpler and easier and faster. And while it does that, I'm going to show you step by step how we can work along with that. So I'm going to start having components because I want to start now creating a navbar. All right, let's get to it. So I'm going to create here, I'm going to call this components. All right, there we have it. So first component I'm going to implement here is the navbar. But first, as I have components now, I'm going to create another one. I'm going to create another folder. I'm going to call it pages. Okay, I'm going to say pages. All right, there we shall have the home page, which will be holding all the components. All right, this is getting interesting. So here we shall have the navbar folder. I'm going to call it, yes, navbar folder. Folder with the folder tab. Folder, I'm going to call it navbar. Okay, navbar. No, actually, I'm just going to, let me just call it navbar. I'm just going to put a component as itself, Java JSX. Like, remember, components and capital letters. I use JSX because that's the extension now for React. And then with the footer, I'm going to put a very short footer here. Okay, I will call this, hey, my bad. Okay, I'm going to call it footer. Footer.jsx. All right, here I actually call it a folder, but it's not a folder. My intention was, boom. Okay, I will call this nav. Okay, navbar, yeah, just like that. Navbar.jsx extension for React. It will help us, yeah, basically that. Now we have these two, and I'm going to need, let me first do this. I'm going to use a short, remember, make sure you have ES6 length extension here. Extension, I'm going to say ES6 React. Yes, what I was looking for. That's the one I was looking for. ES6 ES7 extension by this gentleman over here. Very smart guy. He has 3 million downloads. Yeah, this is very important. So you have this, I call, yeah, it's the ES7 React Redux. You can type it there and to be displayed there by the gentleman here. Install that. It's going to help you a lot with shortcuts. And yeah, shortcuts. So one of them I'm going to implement, is this one here, RFCE. I'm going to use functional React, not class based. All right, let's do this. So I'm going to call this nav. I'm going to say h1 and a tab, and I say nav. All right, then footer, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to type RFCE. Oops, RFCE. Okay, there you go. Nice and easy. Okay, not nice and, yeah, nice and fun. That's the right word for it. Nice and fun. So I'm going to do h1. I'm going to say, type here footer. It's the footer. All right. Now I would like to have a page. Okay, where are the pages? I thought I created one page. I'm going to create a page here, and I'll call it home. Okay, I will say home.jsx. all right, and I'll say RFCE. Why am I already starting with F? RFCE. all right, okay, this is good. All right, I'll say h1, because the reason I'm using h1 is just to test and see if my the components I'm building here will be rendered. I'll say home. All right, this is fun, this is interesting, I love it, I like it a lot. All right, so when you create React will start building from app.js, as you can see here. Okay, there is home. So I want in app.js to bring up these components and have them displayed over there. So what I'm going to do is this. First I'm going to import. I'm going to say import nav. Yeah, oh, actually there's a shortcut for me. I just have to press that and I press tab, and it gets the whole entire import statement for me here. Okay, makes my work easier. I love it. And I'm going to call footer. I'll just put capital F. Okay, footer, and it should grab it for me there. All right, I'm loving this. I'm going to call up the home page, actually the home component, and boom, it's over there. All right, I love this. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to have them implemented there. We have this simple. All right, this is good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to implement this component here. I'll call this footer component. All right, I close it like that. Okay, then I'm going to copy that. I copy that and I paste it there. Actually, I want the footer. It's the navbar that comes first. I'm going to there. I call the home over there. That's the order we want, and of course the footer is already there. So let me see if it's on the page. All right, that's very good. We have the nav, home, footer. So let's start building the navbar. Okay, so let's start building the navbar component. Okay, bootstrap, bootstrap. All right, it's over there. Get the most popular website. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Let's get started. Let's get started in here. Let's get started now. All right, so now we have this, and I'm looking for an npm package. I want npm install bootstrap. Oh, installation is over there. My bad. All right, I'm going to copy. Okay, then I'm going to get my terminal here and place it there, then install it. All right, this may take a few seconds. Let's start using the components that we have here. So one of the components, of course, we remember we had h1, okay, the navbar. All right, shown over there. So let's head over to Bootstrap, which is over here. But remember, when after installing Bootstrap, you come to app.js, if I forget, and fill and type this code here. Okay, import Bootstrap, so that you can import the Bootstrap from. You can import and use Bootstrap in your project. All right, now I was looking for, now you go to, once you load into Bootstrap, okay, this is the home. Okay, so we just entered into it. You go to get started. You come over here and look for components that you want to use. Now the component I would like to look for here is the navbar. Where is it? Navbar is over there. Okay, then which navbar would I want? I want something very simple. Not that one, not that one. I'm going to select what is this? Okay, that no, this one here. This looks very basic. This is good. Yes, it's simple and clean. You can use this for our work project. All right, let's do this. Okay, I'm going to implement here. I'm going to copy and paste that and paste that there. So when we check our work, come here, and there you have it. Navbar is there. And luckily, these navbars are always responsive. You can see. I'm going to leave it the console, as you can see here. All right then. All right, we have an navbar responsive. Let's do some bit of adjustments in there. So here's what I want us to adjust. Here it says navbar. We call this emat. All right. Then from emat here we have home. We have about. Okay, and we have contact. Yep, that's contact. Spelling of contact. We don't need this over here. We don't need it at all, and it goes off just like that. All right, looking good, looking nice. Let's have a look. Refresh. And it's over there. Emart. Okay, the logo is over there. The name, and nice. I'm loving this. Though I would want to make this an H1. Give it authority that this is the main guy. This is the logo we're talking about. So what I'm going to do. Control Z. Put it up there. Come here, H1. And get this over here and put it over there. Have a look at it. Yeah, that feels logorish. All right, now let's do the footer. Okay, let me see what we can use. All right, so our footer, we are going to manually build the footer here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to have the footer. What's usually in the footer? Footer usually has copyright. Okay, I'm just going to say copy. I'm going to say terms and conditions. Yeah. Terms and conditions. Alright then. So it's not a H2. I'm going to span this. I'm going to put a span tag over here and a span tag over there. Let's have a look. Oh, there it is. So app.js is an app.css here. Okay, let's do it over here in the app.css. Okay, I'm going to just okay. Oh, by the way, in app.css there's some pre-made code. Delete it all and clear it all, and at least have this. Okay, from line 192, it makes the margin, since you're using Bootstrap, at least Bootstrap comes with this pre-made CSS. Now when you do this, it puts everything at default. Okay, and in fact I should go to top margin this, and padding, I'm going to say padding is 0 as well. All right, this is good, this is good, this is good. Love it. Let's do this. All right, so let's call in the footer. Where did I put the footer? Where did I put the footer? All right, I'm going to give it a class name. All right, the class name here is footer. By the way, React uses class names. Yeah, you call the class name as that, then use it. I'm going to call this footer. All right, so in the app.css, I'm going to call someone the footer. Okay, footer, let's implement you. I'm going to call this the display flex. Okay, after display flex, align items, right center, and justify content to the center so that the footer can be here. All right, so I want it to have a background color. Let me give it a border. Let me give it the same background color as this, as the navbar. I have an extension you can get an extension that can help you pick the colors that you would want to use. Okay, Google Chrome extension, color picker. All right, so what I'm going to implement here, the background color will be that. All right, okay, let's give it a height. Okay, the height will be, I want to give it 30 VH. Yes, yeah, okay, that looks background, that looks footer-ish. It gives a footer look. All right, this is nice. I love this very well. Okay, let's do this. All right, this is very nice. All right, now next thing we're going to do, okay, we are going to build a component that will display the products. I'm going to call it cards. Okay, we'll have it here, and we shall say product cards. Okay, product cards.jsx. Indeed, JSX indeed. Alright, FCE. So come to Bootstrap, and we're going to look for a card that we are going to be using. All right, I'm going to scroll and look in components, then look for cards. Oh, there it is. I see a card over there. So I'm going to scroll down, and I think I'll choose this one here. Yes, it has a picture. Here we can put the name of the product. Here we put the price, and this will say add to cart. Okay, I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, I'm going to copy that and paste it here. All right, we have it there. Why am I having a complaint? It's saying no corresponding closing tag. Oh, here. Yeah, I need to close this tag here. Yes. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to change this to, I'm going to put what can I put there? I'm going to put a ball there, and here I usually have the price of the product. We'll have it there. I'm going to put now I shall put the currency. I'm going to use my local currency here, shillings, and I will say 3,000. Okay, not go somewhere. Add to cart. Add to cart. All right, so we're going to use this component. So we would like to use this component in the home.jsx. So I'm going to put product, and it will show me the product cards. Okay, have this there, then we get to have a look. How would it look on our site? Ooh, I'm getting some complaints. All right, the error here was just here. The style was supposed to be in this. It was the style that it was before was not. It was not for React. Okay, React has a different way of inline styling, while HTML and CSS has its own other way of inline styling. So that's where the error was. So when we did that, we fixed it. It brought us this card. Okay, this is good. This is nice. I like it. So I'm going to test it with an image. Okay, I'm going to just get an image online. I'm going to type pixabay.com. Just want something very basic to test this out. It's good to always test out things. Alright, so I'm going to type ball. Right? Ooh, nice ball. Get this one here. Alright, let me get this ball over there. Okay, all I want is the URL. Okay, I'll say copy image address. Just want to test this out. Control V. Let's see how it runs here. Ooh. Okay. Looks neat and clean. I love it. All right, now since we have, let's see how to look with multiple components. See, just a test. I'm going to say this and that. Let's see. Okay. Nice. This is what I'm talking about. This looks good. This looks good. I like it. All right then. All right, that's very, very nice. So what I'd like to do now is add a margin here. All right, I'm going to add a margin over there. Oops, over there. I'm going to call it margin of 2. All right. Yeah, there's some space between this and the wall and the edge of the browser. All right, now we don't need this for now. First, pause that out. So what I want is to bring in the information, map it, and have all our products displayed here. That sounds fun. Let's do this. All right, now first what we're going to do, okay, I'm going to come to home. Oh, so I am. Now I want to get this data, all right, in the library. So I call it stock. So we're going and I call it stock, and we're going to destructure it. All right, so I'll say import. We want specifically that data. All right, from root directory. What do we get? Nope. Library. We want stock. Okay, this is good. I'm going to do this because we need to implement JavaScript in alongside with the HTML. So this is how we implement a JavaScript function in React. All right, so I'm going to say map. Rather, I'm going to say data because we're having that information over there. But before I get to that, yeah, let me do that. Let me do data. All right, dot map. Okay, put a function here. I'm going to call back function. I say, okay, item. All right, then I will say this arrow function. Okay, and it will return this. All right, so when we check our code as loads, it will give us all, but it's mapping according to how many products are there. So you need to have the products rendered in here. So let's do this. So I'm going to do a props. The prop is going to be called, I'm going to call it image. All right, the next one I will call it of course you have price. All right, and the next one, yes, basically the image and the price. Yeah, basically that. We'll have that. Then okay, let's do what I want here is to get, okay, I'm going to get the item. All right, the item that I'm calling item here, I'm getting it from this callback function. We called it, the prop that's being passed in there is item dot image, and here we want the price, so it will be item dot the price. And you know, just so you know, React doesn't likes unique items, so we're going to get the key here. Doesn't want wants every item that it maps out to be unique, so we shall say item, all right, dot id. Okay, so we have this. Now back to here, I'm going to destructure and only call, remember we have image, image, okay, comma, we have price. All right, yeah, basically those two. I'm calling up key. So here I will place the image, will be placed here from as per the source. Okay, image, and there we have, oh, price. I forgot to get the product name. La la. Okay, we have price. Okay, you need to get a product name here, so I will say product. All right, I want this, and I'll bring it over here. I'll say the product will equal to, oops, I'll say item dot, here we have it as description. Okay, this is good, this is good, this is good. I love it, I love it a lot. All right then, so how does it look on our side? Did it work? I'm going to refresh. I'm going to refresh, and yes, it did work. It brought out all our images and all what we want, but now they're all on one side. I want them displayed, spread throughout. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this a div, all right, and I shall call it a wrapper, product wrapper. I'm going to call it product, okay, underscore wrapper, oops, wrapper. Okay, we have it there. I get it here, I drag it over there. Right then, we have it there. I want this. All right, okay, I'm going to take it to the CSS, upload CSS. Where is it? Oops, upload CSS, show yourself, you're over there. I get you there. All right, I'll say display. Okay, I'll say display flex. Okay, and I'll say flex wrap. I want it to wrap. Has it worked? I'm going to refresh. It hasn't worked. I have a feeling I placed it in the wrong place. So what I'm going to do, come back here, I'm going to put this div above the function, and we get to have a look. Oh yes, and there we have it. We have our products displayed, but I want these things in the middle. Okay, so I'll come over here. So the wrapped, I want to do justify content center and align, oops, align items center. So in this view, everything is nice in the middle. As you can see, they've been wrapped, and of course we have all our products over here. This is very good. I love it. Ooh, it's an e-commerce store already. How do you like that? I love it very. However, we missed out something. The products are not displaying their names. I'm only seeing ball. Let's fix that. We have the product. Oh yeah, we didn't. All right, let's do this. I didn't give specifications on the product. Okay, let's come over here and let's place it over there, and let's have a look. And yep, there we have it. We have all information displayed there, so you can. All right, this is good. I like it. I like it. I like it. So I'm talking about, and there we have it. We have our very basic e-commerce store with the cards. Okay, you can, of course, you can't add cart yet, but the main basics that what we're targeting, basically what we wanted us to look at is how to reuse the components and have them rendered on the browser. Okay, this is good. So if you like this, like it up. If you like this, click the thumbs button so that this can be shared with others and they can also learn from this. And you can also look into the previous video that I covered some concepts. The code to this project I've done will be shared in the description below, so I would like you to have fun and look into it as well. I wish you well, and I'll meet you in the next video that I share. Have a lovely day.